What's up, guys? This is Big Raine Energy, the podcast where we talk about all things self-development and leadership. I am your host, Raine Webb, and I'm sorry, there's something squeaking in my background. Okay. Shout out to all the hoopties out there. Let's give a round of applause to all the hoopties out there. Let's do it. Yeah, shout out to the hoopties. I used to drive one. It was a 2007 Monte Carlo. I love my baby, okay? I love my baby. And at the time, it wasn't a hoopty until I got my hands on it. I just dinged it all up. I remember it like yesterday. I would run into the back of stuff and and listen, I remember when my bumper started falling off. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little too old to be driving a car. You know, not taking care of my car. It wasn't that the car was messed up. It just was, I just didn't take care of it. But anyways, what's up, guys? What's up? I hope everything is going well with you guys. I wanted to take a brief moment to check in with you to see how you were feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically. You know, if you're doing good, if everything is 100%, keep that momentum going. If you're feeling kind of weird, a little off track, you know, connect to your spiritual philosophy. For me, I pray, say a prayer, you know, get back motivated. Sometimes you have to push yourself to be motivated. Sometimes the motivation isn't there. You got to push yourself. You got to know that if I don't push myself, nobody's going to push me. Nobody's going to push me. So sometimes you got to push yourself. I'm super excited, guys, to be reading the book of the week. I've already went over this book on my downtime, and I love the creative direction. It's really cool. If you haven't already purchased the book, please go to getitdoners.com to purchase the book, guys. We are reading Jahleel C's Declassified Recession Surthrival Guide. But before we get into that, guys, I want to give a brief shout out to our sponsor. A big Raine shout out to our sponsor, the Girl Boss Financial Planner. The Girl Boss Financial Planner was created to encourage the boss in you. This cute pink money-making planner was created to keep you on track of your day-to-day income, everyday expenses, savings, and all of your 2022 finances. It has elements like monthly budgeting, daily income goals, affirmation journal, bill tracker, savings tracker, notes, and much more. Guys, you can find this Girl Boss Financial Planner at thegirlbossrecipe.com. Now let's get into the book. I'm excited to read this one because I was able to chat with the author briefly, and you know, I asked him, like, wow, because I've downloaded a lot of ebooks, and I'm like, I've never seen anything cool like this. Like, this creative direction is everything. So I'm like, what made you like go with the whole notebook theme and all this type of stuff? And he's like, well, he was on a plane. Hold on, let me find his exact response, guys. I'm gonna find his exact response, because we're actually in a Discord, and I will, I need to give you guys the information to the Discord, because right now I'm learning how to trade Bitcoin by a member of the Discord, and I think that is like so cool. I think that's so cool. Let's see, can I find it? Okay, let me give y'all a breakdown, because my computer wants to upload really slow. So basically, he said he was on a plane, and you know, he realized that we were going into a recession, and he's like, man, I need to do something about this, because there are people that are going to really, really suffer. And he's always been about the people. Like, he grew up giving back to the community. His parents were in community service. They did a lot of community service, and he was always like with them and everything. So he's like, I got to give back to my people. So when he's writing this recession-proof guide, he's like, I want this to be like a surthrival guide, because I don't just want people to survive the recession. I want them to thrive in the recession. So he named it Jahleel C's Declassified Recession Surthrival Guide. I thought that was brilliant. I think that this book is going to change our lives. I really do, guys. I feel it. So This is a basic guide to thrive through the recession. So let's get straight into it. On page 2, you see the legal stuff. This book is 125 pages. This book is broken up into 3 sections. Page 3 expresses a 3 section. It says section 1, wellness. Section 2, work. Section 3, wealth. So on page 4, we have our commitment. It says, Dear Get It Doner. Now, Get It Doners, that is his community of people, and that's what it's called, Get It Doner. It says, Dear Get It Doner. Before you dive deep in this book, let's set the tone properly so that you can truly maximize the time you're about to spend reading or listening to this. I'm asking you to commit to a very specific set of instructions that I believe will help you maximize the time and money you've invested into yourself by purchasing this book. Your ability to follow the next specific set of instructions is going to determine how much this book is or is not going to help you. Getting the return on your investment in either the money or the time spent is riding on you executing what may seem small or seemingly cliche, but extremely important steps. So with that in mind, let's begin. Step 1. Grab both a pen or piece of paper and write out today's date at the top right-hand corner of your page. Step 2. Write the following information on this piece of paper below your name. I, and then print your name. Promise myself to commit to the information I am getting ready to read. I am following all of the suggestions and instructions provided in this book to better myself, my loved ones, and to manifest my vision. I fully believe in myself and my capabilities to do this, and I deserve the success that is coming from this book. Thank you, God. It is done. Step 3. Sign your name at the bottom of the page. Step 4. Take a picture of the piece of paper and upload it to your personal Instagram stories and tag Get It Doners so that I can see if you're an action taker or if you're just an action talker. Now, if you're still reading this and you haven't taken that step, put the book down because you're wasting your time and you're not going to get the most from this book. I don't care how much money you've made or status you have. Success is all about the ability to follow directions and be consistent. If you're asking me how I've been able to produce the results from this book, this is how: affirming, setting intentions, and then manifesting it. Today could be the day that you talk to your children and your children's children about as the day that shifted it all for you. Let me read that one more time. Today could be the day that you talk to your children and your children's children about as the day that shifted it all for you. It all starts with this decision, the decision to stop always doing things your way. Right now, you're reading this book for a specific reason. I'm aware that this isn't the type of book that you can casually pick up and read for leisure. This book is for hyper-concentrated learning and massive action takers. So if your direct intention isn't to do the above, then you may want to reevaluate how you're going to spend your time. Guys, write down hyper-concentrated learning. Let's find out what that is after this reading. And I hope you guys wrote down the commitment. Here's another moment when you can stop and go back to the above and follow the directions. If I were you, I'd go and do so now. So I love how the author is holding the readers accountable right away. I love it. So now, on behalf of your future self that's in a completely different position and doing better than you ever could have imagined because you applied and took action on the principles from this book, I'd like to say thank you for making this agreement to yourself, and now you're ready to begin in our classes in session. And like the ebook is like a notebook. It's like a notebook theme. I really love it, guys. So we're going to get into the affirmation. Affirm. The recession won't recess me. Introduction. Dear Get It Doner, my name is Jahleel C. I'm a son, grandson, brother, uncle, nephew, cousin, and friend. I'm an everyday guy who went after his dreams and daily brings each of them into manifestation. I've been fortunate to build a successful media edutainment company named North 13th in honor of my grandmother's street in Philadelphia, where my family comes from. Just one of the subsidiary companies of our business, 13th plus Create. 13th and Create. So let's write down subsidiary. It's subsidiary. Subsidiary. I think that's how you say it. Let's go back. Just one of the subsidiary companies of our business, 13th and Create. My creative agency takes care of myself and other families who work with me. We actively work with multi-billion-dollar companies, celebrity talent, and macro influencers with millions of fans, followers, and subscribers. And we've done work all over the world, from Paris, London, Egypt, Nigeria, and Jamaica, to name a few. I love it. Through this business, I've been blessed to personally advance to the top 3% of income earners in the country. God has been very good to us, but I believe we're blessed to be a blessing. My entire life, I've been someone who really cares about people. I grew up in service to people based on how I saw my parents live their lives. We were always giving back to the local community, international communities, and doing all we could to help the person next to us win. That help was always offered spiritually first, mentally, emotionally second, and then financially. And I see myself as a servant still to this day. The purpose of this book is to touch on the coming and current recession that we are in as of June 22, which is when this book was released and is expected to last for the next 18 to 24 months. As we go through this recession, there's going to be a lot of people in the world who will be severely affected, and I do mean severely affected, as the financial experts have projected that this may be the worst recession of all time. You may be asking, what is a recession? It's a term used in the business world in which a period of temporary economic decline during which trade and industrial activity are reduced. However, the media uses it as a scare tactic to induce fear in people and their spending habits. I've genuinely had one thought this entire time as I've been hearing about this recession, and that's been, what are people, especially in my generation, millennials, Gen Z, going to do who don't know what to do and have never gone through this as an adult? This thought has caused me to literally lose sleep over the past several weeks, and as you can imagine, as someone with the upbringing that I've had, as I heard this news, I shut down everything, including the active work I was doing in my own business, to do what I know best, and that serve people. So I started writing this book. Based on all of my research and confirmations from friends, colleagues who serve as multimillionaire financial experts, recessions always impact the middle class first. So what does that mean? That means that if you are currently financially earning anywhere between 0 to 90K a year, you will be the first person to feel the effect of the recession the most. And this is who I'm writing this for and why I'm writing this book. I want to note that by no means am I claiming to be a finance expert. What I am is an entrepreneur who has proven documented success, has a network of people who are even more successful than me that have given me advice and strategies to win in this recession, and wants to play his part to help his community. I'm using this book as a resource hub and gathering place of starter ideas and basic entry-level strategies for people who are within the middle class or potentially even lower income bracket to take and run with so that you can win during this recession. I know there's people who have differences of opinion and have even more advanced ideas and hacks than me, but God gave me what he gave me, and that's what I'm going to give to all of you. Water break. If you're looking for investment strategies and the overall multi-million and even billion-dollar wealth formula strategy, I will be including some of those resources in the next chapters. However, the framework of this book, again, is a basic starting point for people who don't know what to do and want an idea of what to do next and are starting their journey to financial independence and even entrepreneurship. P.S. I try to be direct as possible and level set expectations so that those who know what they're looking for can get it. I just feel like that makes things easier all the way around in life. And then he has one of his tweets here. It says, "This summer is giving cut back on expenses, double down on business, and triple down on content. A thread for you to win during the recession."